Now, the last of the quarter-finals sees host France take on reigning world champion South Africa this evening. 8 o'clock kickoff. Let's cross to James Savundra live at the Stade de France. And good evening to you, James. Huge pressure on the host, but what a boost it will be for them to have Antoine Dupont back in their team.
Good evening to you. Absolutely. 24 days on from breaking his cheekbone, Antoine Dupont is back, the poster boy of the Rugby World Cup for the hosts, and he's a player who 3 weeks ago thought his tournament was over when he suffered that injury against Namibia, but he insists he is fully fit, though he will wear a protective head guard today, and France really do need him. They bid to try and reach the semi-finals for the first time in 12 years. The nation expects France are now the highest ranked side left in the Rugby World Cup after Ireland went out to the All Blacks yesterday. They've gone 18 matches in a row, winning on French soil, this French side. The nation expects them to be victorious today. They've been on a brilliant run of form in recent time, and they know what is at stake now. A semi-final against an underwhelming England side. There were 17 million fans who tuned in for the opening night of the tournament as France managed to edge past New Zealand. Plenty more watching this evening to see if they can beat the world champions.
James, France face a South Africa side full of physicality and experience. They've named their second most experienced test lineup ever, with 880 caps between them.
Yes, and 15 of the 23 also featured in the last Rugby World Cup final against England in Japan. But the main talking point in the build-up to this match was who would play at fly half, and South Africa have gone for Manie Libbok. He's a brilliant, instinctive attacking player, but his goal kicking has let him down so far in this tournament. In fact, his percentage kicking-wise off the tee is just over 50%, and some of the missed kicks against Ireland in the group stage did cost South Africa dear. So it means that Andre Pollard, super reliable, ever dependable from the tee. He's on the bench alongside scrum half Faf de Klerk. But their captain, Siya Kolisi, has been speaking ahead of this match about the challenge of taking on the host nation.
If you're going to prepare, you prepare flat out for everything. But it's the closest we could get, you know, just having a speak around training and get some of the noises that normally happen in the game, the crowd, like the sounds that the crowd make, the songs that they sing. Because it's that intense. We remember in Marseille, we couldn't even hear each other, you know. That's the important thing, getting the comms through. And we learned from that. If we didn't learn from that, then that game would have been a waste. So it is very loud, and the French fans are really passionate, and they'll be singing to getting the team going the whole time. And our thing is to zone in and try and find the smaller voices amongst each other to help each other out, especially around the set piece calling, the line-out calling, and that's the biggest thing. It was there while we were preparing the whole time. So it's not gonna help us do anything from the crowd. It's more like the small communication amongst us as a group, and I think that's how much the preparation are getting into. That's how important this game is, you know, to make sure that we travel to try and cover as many bases as we can. And it is difficult to be having a speaker right next to you while somebody is trying to make a call, but hopefully it will help us.
Now South Africa are bidding to make it back-to-back World Cup wins, and that would move them ahead of New Zealand. Both of those two sides have won this tournament 3 times in their history, but there's not long to go now. It's been a brilliant weekend of Rugby World Cup quarter-final action. Tonight pits the hosts against the world champions. It's France taking on South Africa here at the Stade de France.
James, thanks very much.